Scorpio.
Hello everyone, it's great to see you, and the channel here is new, so I'm going to have to ask you to resubscribe so I can get these videos to your inbox. And before we start the forecast, let me just update you that your monthly recorded audio scopes are up, and also your daily scopes. And thank you for all the great feedback on that. It is for a limited time free for you to go listen every single day. So just go to the website here and you can see what is up on a daily basis. Let's go to your forecasts. Hello Scorpio, this is your November forecast for 2013, and happy birthday. It is your birthday month and the sun is cruising through your first house along with a new moon, and we have a new moon eclipse this month, and it's also there with Mercury retrograde. So let's start off with what's going on in this first house. The first house is you. It is how you perceive not only yourself, your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts and all that, but it's also how you project yourself out into the world and how they perceive you. And so having all that in your rising sign right here, people will see that you are radiating this month. The sun is just going to come out this way, and you will be even more attractive than you normally are. And most of you are very attractive people. So having the new moon also here is going to give you a burst of more energy here, and it being an eclipse will give it the power of like 2 or 3 new moons. So it is strong, and what will it do for you? Well, first house is the house of personality. It is how you perceive yourself, like I said. And so this new moon will focus on your needs, what you need in your daily life, and what you're working with. And we have that Saturn here still in this first house as well. So, you know, it will feel that your focus will be on how you can start lifting and working and communicating and bonding with this Saturn, since both the Sun and Mercury and the new moon is here. So all of this now is going to be staring at these deeper sides of who you are, and also it's going to put on the map how you would like this to kind of take on shape and form. Lifting this sense of responsibility that might have weighted some of you down somewhat, but now you're going to have this boost that will actually elevate things. And especially because we have a very lucky day on the 12th with Jupiter and your Sun in a trine, and it's coming from the 9th house to the 1st house. 9th house has everything to do with long distance travel, foreign cultures, people and places. Some of you might be traveling, and in this case it's sending this radiant beam down to your Sun, which is you. So you're going to get a boost of energy if indeed you're among the lucky ones to have a long distance travel here this month. But this Jupiter up in this area of the 9th house is still, you've had it here since spring, so it's still working within you, where you're seeking new experiences, expansion in this area, wanting to go places you haven't been before, whether that's in the physical sense or if that is also in the emotional sense, kind of lifting your vibrations up to a frequency where you can feel healed, where you can feel emotionally joyful. And some of you might even be taking on courses having to do with foreign places or languages, or even those higher, loftier thoughts and ideas as far as philosophy. So I see how you're thinking a whole lot more this month upon those lines, how you can expand your mind, because that's what the 9th house is all about. Rising above and beyond just the heaviness of day-to-day tasks and responsibilities. So some of you, hey, might start school, might start taking some classes where you can have this feeling of reaching out into the universe with a cosmic mind. And I think a lot of you would love that because you're so naturally spiritual as is, just from nature. And having Jupiter up there in your sister sign of Cancer, and in the house of Jupiter, the house of Sagittarius, where this wants to grow now, because you know you are much more than what just meets the eye. You're not just body, you are also spirit. So this is going to be a big theme with you here this month, taking on some decisions of direction. and I think you'll love what you're going to find. Now this new moon eclipse will also probably put something on the map where some decision is going to be made, also in this direction here up towards the ninth house as well. So that should be your new moon intentions. If you aren't traveling or don't have the possibility, well, you can armchair travel, but make some mental space in mind that you're going to travel, at least in spirit, to those places that give you comfort, that give you a sense of expansion, all right? We also have Venus touring through Sagittarius, which it has been. So many of you probably have been traveling more the short distance here in October. This is still with you here until the 5th. Then Venus is going to move out of Sagittarius and more into the area of communication and into the sign of Capricorn. So you'll be more practical, dogmatic after this phase. But it's going to do a whole lot of good work. I see a lot of deep conversations taking place this month, both between your Venus and Pluto, which is, you know, intensity. And so whatever is going to be communicated there will be close to heart. This is going to take place a little bit later in the month, excuse me, on the 14th. And it has some transformational substance to it, because Pluto likes to transform anything it touches. And Venus has to do with your values. It has to do with love. It has to do with money. And since it's in the 3rd house, you might be speaking about siblings or to some siblings here, and which is going to affect you deeply within. And then also we have the full moon. This is coming up here on the 17th. It will be in your 7th house of partnerships, your significant other. For those of you who are single, remember though, every time we speak about relationships, and I get that question a lot, what about us who are single and you're talking about relationships? Remember, always, you always have a relationship ongoing, and that's the relationship with yourself. So when we talk about Venus and Mars, you know, we have that within us, and it's always how we balance Venus and Mars and the relationship that we have, because we always have that inner chatter going on, right? Sometimes we agree with ourselves, sometimes we don't. That's the Venus-Mars. So then it would be internalized. Externalized if you are in a relationship. And so here on the 17th, the full moon might bring something here to you from your partner in this respect. Now Mercury is going to be retrograde until the 11th. It's in your 1st house there, right along with the sun and the new moon. So what does that mean? It means that you will be thinking, rethinking, reevaluating, going back over things of the past here, your journey, because it's in the 1st house of self. So you might have a lot of reflections of what you have been acquiring and obtaining till now, and what it is you want to hang on to, you know, and continue to develop, and what you might want to change directions upon. When things are retrograde, it changes the direction. And we do have another couple of transits here this month that will want to do the same thing. So let's talk a little bit about that. Uranus and Pluto, we've talked, you know, for several months about the square that's going on, as has the other astrologers. And it's a big thing actually, because we're all affected. No matter where we live on this planet, we all have the square between these two. Now, Uranus is a pivotal point, and so is Pluto. Now, Pluto wants to transform. Uranus, what it wants to do is to crest through, break away from, separate from, divorce from those things that no longer are good for us or has outlived their purpose. And if they have, Uranus comes along, splits it off, so that we can have this transformation that Pluto is trying to give us. And this square for you is between your 6th house and your 3rd house. So your crest will be more so, how do I communicate and what do I communicate? Am I being authentic in what I'm communicating, or am I just doing because this is expected of me in my job? Do I actually have other things that I'd like to communicate about? Because remember though, Uranus is that point of uniqueness in you. What makes you unique, your originality. So if you're just speaking on this one level, you know, at work or the people around you, in the way that they always knew you in the past, well, that's one thing. But if you're going through all these changes and you're actually remaking yourself as you are, you know, it might be coming up into your consciousness that you need to start expressing these things, even though you will know that a lot of people around you today may not recognize these facets. And so, yes, it will always come with a little anxiety at first, you know, to crest through, let go of the old, and birth this new persona. And I'm seeing here the long scope for you. You are going to be communicating so deeply in what you're going to communicate, and in a transformative way, Scorpio, that the people and places you meet and touch and cross upon paths with, you're going to be guiding them in this new way. So yes, some of this old needs to go now so that you can birth that aspect of you, which is going to be, you know, the new you for years and years to come. So embrace the change, you know, and see that it's all good. Don't fear it. We fear what we don't know. And of course, when change comes upon us and we can't see where we're heading, if that path isn't straight, but it kind of curves around what's around that other curve, that's where people get a little anxiety because they can't control it, right? So, but trust the process because it knows where you're going. It is doing everything for your higher good and your higher best. So therefore you can just surrender. And I think the word surrender is such a key in any kind of transformation, because it's when we let go and trust God or trust the universe, everything comes down to a calm spot. Because if we take time, the time factor out of things, then we don't relate it to any specific situation. And our security is basically, as human beings, based upon old security, the known, right? That gives us a definition of who we are today, but we don't know what we're transforming into. And so, yes, but if you trust it, I'd say right here, right now, surrender, and you will get through this square. And it's going to be with us for another year or more, probably a couple years here, before everything is said and done and cleared out. So do it gracefully, and you will reap, okay? Now, Venus, I did say, will be moving into Capricorn on the 5th. It will be meeting up with Pluto on the 14th. It's going to be intense. It's going to be passionate, whatever that is for you. I see that as something that's going to be really, really good. And it's also there tied in at the same time as Venus is going to square this Uranus. So there might be something going on in daily life or your daily day-to-day routine, and it's coming through the third house. Could be your neighbors are going to need something. It could be your co-workers are going to have some sort of change, and then you might have to step in, say, take on a presentation they were meant to do. Because I see you communicating, I see you diving in with intensity to make it, but it's something that's going to come upon you quickly, and you're just going to have to rise to the occasion on the 14th. Sorry. Then we have the luckiest day of the month, which is the 12th. The 12th is beautiful, it's joyful, it's happy, it's optimistic, it's abundant. Jupiter here with your sun, and Jupiter coming from your sister sign Cancer. It's between the 9th house and the 1st house, so it is, again, for you, maybe something having to do connected with travel, but it's also a lucky day for many things, so you'll just have to wait and see what that is there for you. Now, we also have Mars here cruising now currently through the 11th house, which is groups, hopes and dreams, organizations, those things where you can, what should I say, touch upon a larger, vaster number of people. It also rules the internet as well. So it could be you working more through the net. Mars is drive, it's ambition. It's your engine that keeps you focused. So you'll somehow see that maybe you're going to come to meet new people in new places in these distances. But the communication that you're going to have with groups is going to be very profound. It's going to be quite which I say, laden with you and a laser sharp focus and determination. Now this trine started here on the very last day of October. It's going to start you off here on the top of the month, November 1st, giving you this drive, giving you this perspective. And then also I'm seeing here how Mercury and Mars is right behind it with a great aspect, and so is the Sun and Pluto, giving you the support that you need, and even Mercury and Pluto as well, all coming together here. So whatever changes, whatever shifts are coming November 1st, know that you are not alone. Know that you have whatever support that you will need to create these shifts. And then we're also seeing November 3rd, the Sun and Mars too. They have a sextile, so you're going to make some decisions, some action here, and I think that could be an initiating of something specific, something special for you. And then we have the romantic dates that, of course, a lot of you are waiting to hear about, and that will be on the 7th and 8th when Venus and Neptune here are sextile, and Mercury following in right behind it within that same 24-hour span. So I see romance, I see love, I see passion, I see hopes and dreams, and this cosmic feeling of being so connected and joined, not at the hip, but joined at spirit. But don't be afraid to communicate what you're feeling here on this day. Share it with your partner, because he or she may want to hear it just as much as you'd like to hear it from them. And this for you will be here not only on a romantic date, but it falls between your 3rd house and your 5th house. So yes, it will for you, fortunately enough, fall into the 5th house of relationships, 3rd house of communication. So that's perfect, having Mercury, which the aspect is about, falling into the house in which it rules. So double whammy there for you, Scorpions. That is great. Then we have Neptune moving direct. This will be here on the 13th. So your dreams, your vision, your spirituality, your source of inspiration for creativity will reawaken on this date. And for you, this is all in the 5th house. So if you feel that some of your creativity has been a little drabble, a little slow, okay, and not refilling itself, it's just because Neptune has been sleeping. But that should be good. You will see how the energy is going to pick up, and it also is in the house for children. So you might even start dreaming about having another baby, or to have your first baby. So that could also be the thing coming in. Not saying it needs to happen here this month, but maybe those thoughts may start growing upon you. But anything you need done that seeks good backing, good support, you know, Jupiter is the best support we can have. Jupiter is going to go retrograde on the 8th. So anything you need to have done, do it prior to the 8th, just so you get it in there, initiate it. You don't have to wait for the outcome or anything. But as long as you start something prior, because it's going to be retrograde 4 or 5 months, so we're looking like late winter before she's back on track. For you, Jupiter right now is in that 9th house, so if you're thinking of signing up for any classes, try to do so that you can benefit and get the most out of that Jupiter. So when she goes retrograde, it doesn't matter, you already started it. So that's one of the wisdoms that we have here with astrology and how that can work. But on the 21st, the Sun is going to be moving out of your 1st house. So you will be extra radiant throughout the whole month until the 21st. Then your focus is going to shift over to finances. And you're going to start thinking about money aspects and crunching your numbers and seeing how much is coming in, how much is going out. That is your 2nd house. We do have a money discussion day on the 23rd. This will be Venus and Saturn. Saturn being in your 1st house, Venus then in your 3rd house. So you might, make some decisions. Christmas is coming up the following month, so you might have some kind of talk or do some research as far as that, because it looks like it's more of a substantial thing. We're not talking peanuts. Then we have the end of the month, the Sun and Uranus, a beautiful trine on the 30th. So that should bring some unexpected news or some bright idea that you can bring to the table. Uranus is always full of surprises, and it's your inner sense of originality that may come to the surface here on this day. So this is what we have for you, Scorpio, for this month. As always, go listen to your moon and rising sign because it gives you even more of who you are. I always get these questions, should I listen to my sun sign or why should I listen to my moon sign? But see, these transits that we're talking about here, it goes for all of us, and when you listen to your moon or rising sign, it gives you a different edge because the planets, the transits are the same, but they'll fall in different houses, which gives a different area of experience. So you can see how much more you can experience this month. Alrighty, so do please remember to subscribe just so I can get you back on the channel as a subscriber so I can continue to send you the monthly updates into your inbox. It's wonderful to see you again here, Scorpio, and I will see you next month. Bye now. Okay, so let me walk you through how you're going to find your daily scopes and how to listen to them, download them. It's actually very simple. You go up here to the address bar and you type in zeitgeist.com. That is the home page. When it comes up, you go to your daily scopes right there, and you'll see you have your daily scopes right here. Now the ones that are activated, you will see that they are a little darker here in pink, and I add in as we go along. And these are free. It's a promotion until November 15th. So what you want to do, say you want to go to the 12th, well, you click on the 12th here on this page, and up comes here, and you will see on the right hand side the daily scopes right here, and you just go to your free download now. And you can check out other dates too if you want to go back in time, and if something special happened, well, go check that out, you know, and see what happened that day. But say you want to download here October 11th, you go to free download. It will take you right here. You put in your email address. I'll put mine here. You go submit. And here is your daily scope right here. It'll say download, and it will download directly to you. You open up with your default player. I have Windows Media Player. Click OK. Up comes your file, and you will be able to listen to it immediately. It's just waiting here as it's uploading that file. And why is it taking a little bit? Let me just do that again. Open. There we go. There's the file, and it will start playing here immediately. And you can just listen through it, and it goes. They're probably mainly between 5 to 8 minutes. This one here is 5 minutes, but yeah. So you can listen to it. You can go back. You can listen to another date. You can come back every day. It is a free thing for right now, and if you would like to share this with your friends, go ahead and send them this link that I have here on Daily Scopes. I made a mini URL here, and you can just copy and paste this, oops, right there, and send that to your friends, and I will see you next month.